leading membership organization dedicated to computer science and technology. Serving more than 60,000 members, the IEEE Computer Society is a trusted information, networking, and career development source for a global community of technology leaders that includes researchers, educators, software engineers, IT professionals, IEEE or IEEE Computer Society. Here's the sales pitch. I request you all to go to IEEE.org and please sign up for your membership today. I'd like to invite some of them for the lamp lighting that we will do momentarily. I request our chief guest, Dr. Omkar, Chief Scientist, Department of Aerospace Engineering at IISc, Dr. Devabrata Das, Chair of the IEEE Bangalore Section and Professor at IIIT Bangalore, Dr. Bindu Madhav, the past IEEE Computer Society Bangalore Chair, and Dr. Geeta Manjunath, the current Chair of the IEEE Computer Society Bangalore Chapter, to please come up to do the honors. For the program today.
Thank you, Asanta. Good morning. No, this is a rainy day, but a morning will not be this way. Once more, good morning. One more, good morning. Awesome. That's the energy with which we want to start the conference and the symposium. So welcome once again all of you for this first ever technical symposium on IEEE drone computing. In fact, as Vasanta said, right, we are a group of technical enthusiasts being part of the ExCom committee, coming from university, industry, startups, and sort of we are a group of 10 people, 10 plus, I guess, with some good amount of experience. You'll see a lot of gray hair, right? So we came together and said, okay, what is the flagship event that we want to do for saying, you know, computer, we always say, like, you know, the Bangalore should be the computer center, not just the garden city, it should be the computer city, right? It's already there. So being here, we need to select a topic which is cutting edge. So we came together, brainstormed, and so on and so forth, and then we talk about IoT, big data, video analytics, computer vision, blockchain, you know, you name it, right? So we talked about all of this, and then we figured out there is one niche area which is a conglomeration of all of these technologies, which is an area where there is huge amount of innovation possible in different areas. And we will go through that, and of course we are talking about drone computing. And we just, in fact, coined this term called drone computing. You go on Google, you'll see IEEE dronecomputing.in as the top page, because this is a new word we coined in Computer Society Bangalore chapter. Thank you. And many of us know what is drone UAV, but it was surprising, like sometimes, you know, I didn't know actually drone was an acronym as well. You know, dynamically, remotely operated navigation equipment. So drone, of course, it sounds like a cute word, but I didn't know it was an acronym. So this is some of the trivia about it before all the experts come on board and then tell you some really good stuff. And UAV, of course, many of you know, it is unmanned aerial vehicle. And from a definition perspective, it's actually an aircraft, but there is no pilot. Of course, the pilot can be remotely there, or the computer software can be the pilot himself, herself, whatever. You can also think about it like a flying robot. There are several applications over the last decades and multiple decades in military areas that have happened, right? In fact, our own defense organizations like NAL, AD, and others have actually come up with the drones like Lakshya, Rustum, Fluffy, these things, right? But what we are going to discuss today is the civilian kind of applications where we can use these drones for some real good you know, applications which are helping human beings, helping enterprises make more money, in general improving the lifestyle of the people, right? And some of these where it's been used is aerial surveillance, traffic monitoring, agriculture, weather monitoring, disaster management, and several other of these things. So just to start the morning with some sort of, you know, good video, may I request you to just click on that black picture, please? Yeah, so you'll see here, if that comes up well, right? This is, of course, from YouTube. I haven't done anything here, but we'll see how a video would look. This is a live video.
We are excited to announce the Phantom 2 Vision Plus. We wanted to design a flying camera that everyone can fly, one that extends vision and allows you to capture beauty and adventure from above. It's your eye in the sky and will allow you to see things you never before could imagine. The Vision Plus is a quadcopter, which means that it's a remote-controlled aircraft with 4 propellers. In the past, these were very difficult to fly, but recent advances in technology have changed that completely. And the reason is that these smart flight controllers they use automatically stabilize the aircraft when they're in the air. They're GPS-enabled, which means that the Vision Plus always knows where it is. So at any point, you can let go of the radio, and it will hover exactly where you left it. What that means for us is that they're very easy to fly, and anyone can do it. The Vision Plus includes an integrated high-quality camera. In video, it shoots in full HD at 1080p at 30 frames a second. It also shoots in 720p at 60 frames a second for slow motion. The Vision Plus captures stills at 14 megapixels and is the first action-sized camera system to record in Adobe DNG RAW. The lens is super wide angle. You can also set it for medium and narrow fields of view. Capturing aerial video can be challenging. The aircraft pitches, rolls, and yaws as a response to pilot navigation and also external forces like wind. Luckily, there is a 3-axis robotic camera stabilization system, also called a gimbal, to stabilize the camera in real time as the aircraft is in flight. The gimbal also supports a full 90 degrees of tilt, which allows you to shoot forward and straight down. The DJI Vision mobile app allows you to see exactly what the camera sees and to precisely control its core functions: camera tilt, photo size, exposure adjustments, and video quality settings are all available at your fingertips. Once you've captured something you like, whether it's a photo or a video, you can download it directly to your phone and share it to social media networks like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter while you're still in the air. The Vision app gives you all of the information you need to fly safely. I think this is the best Phantom we've made. It's so easy to fly that it allows everybody to unleash their creativity in ways they couldn't have imagined before. We're excited for its release, but we're even more excited to see what you do with the Vision Plus.
Yeah, you can see what all have been done, what has been done, and the last sentence was very interesting. It's now time to see what you all will think about as a new application, new way of using this kind of technology. I know many of you are technologists and you'll be wondering, okay, you're not just seeing the scenery that's coming out there, you're seeing what's happening inside. So, and many of you will agree, it's not just, video camera that's out there. There's a lot of innovation that's needed in hardware. How is it actually sort of making those decisions inside the machine? There is a lot of software innovation that's possible. How do you actually do this self-driving if there is no remote control that's happening? There are lots of algorithmic innovation that's needed: machine learning, reinforcement learning, computer vision, video analytics. And of course, how do you do the sensing better, and new type of applications. For example, all of you would know about the logistics usage in Amazon with what's called the Prime Air, where the drones used to go and drop off packets. There is one burrito bomber, it's called. It's one of the hotel chains actually. You could order a burrito on. Burrito is a Mexican chapati, if you will, right? So you can order it on your mobile, and it kind of drops the box on your house or something. So they were tried very cute things, and also there's some new taxi service that's been released in Dubai. It's going to be very useful in Bangalore for sure, especially on a rainy day. I don't know whether it works in rain, but anyway. So where it's a self-driven taxi that's just got released. So a lot of things are happening. So let's sit back and see what's inside this. What's inside, starting with the talk by Dr. S.N. Omkar, and I'm going to introduce him in more detail later. He's the Chief Research Scientist from Department of Aerospace in IISc. After that, we will have another IISc talk, which is focused on a very novel usage of this in an application which is so dear to us, feelings of Kumbh Mela, religious feelings, and so on. So we'll see how that's being used with Ashish Verma and Mr. Vipul joining for that. Then we'll go under the hood, right? We'll start seeing what's inside the hardware. Then what's above that? What's the software architecture, right? And brace yourself to also learn about what's inside the analytics. When you're actually doing all this shooting of beautiful places, can you also start making decisions as to there is a fire here, there is some crowd which needs, disbursement, and so on and so forth. So how do you do this live video analytics? So Jay Gubi from TCS is going to come and talk about it. And then in the morning, we have a panel discussion, just a little bit switching gear to non-tech, right? There are several other issues. How do we enable an ecosystem where new ideas and new such projects, can come in, and all of you can be part of it in some form or the other. So we have many innovators from industry, academia, startups, and also venture capitalists coming in together. And Mr. Ramesh Pathak is going to moderate that session. So we break for lunch, and after that we will have another slight non-tech issue, but it's a very important issue. It's about the policy and regulatory. If you have a lot of things flying around, obviously accidents are more, possible, likely, and you don't want it to interfere with buildings, tall buildings, and so on and so forth. So what are the rules and regulations that one needs to follow? Is it possible to just start off a project anywhere and start flying things, and so on? So we will have the very Deputy Commissioner of Police, the Bangalore Police head, who is going to come in and talk about the regulatory issues, and keep keep your questions ready for him. It's going to be just a conversation, one-on-one conversation. Actually, Baba Era, who was supposed to fly from Dubai, he wasn't able to come. So we're going to make it like a half-an-hour conversation with the police. So you can ask all questions related to drones with him, right? And after that, we again see how can businesses make use of drones to actually use it for making more money and so on and so forth. So enterprise applications from Mr. Vipul, who has actually developed several interesting applications. He's the CEO of Arav Unmanned Vehicles. He's going to share his wonderful insights from the experience of really deploying drones in good applications. And then we do have SanDisk, a sponsor, talking about what are the new innovations that's happening in flash storage in order to ensure, drones can